One of the biggest gems in our industry today is taking Web3 innovation to the next level and is truly building a global computer for the world. Led by some of the brightest minds and cryptographers that I have personally met, I strongly believe that SUI is going to outperform and be one of the biggest winners in the upcoming bull run. In fact, its performance to date is an incredible 332%, more than 3x this year alone. And if you stay until the end of the video, I'll talk about an opportunity right now where you can get up to $200,000 in funding and direct access to the SUI ecosystem and their core team. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. My name is Karim, and this is the Crypto Code by ICN Talks, where we talk about some of the biggest gems and opportunities in our industry. Bitcoin is breaking all-time highs, hitting $1,000. Doge is now worth more than Volkswagen. It's green all over the place. What a time to be alive. So yes, SUI has done over 3x this year alone, but how did this layer 1 that launched its mainnet only 18 months ago get to a $9.5 billion market cap today? Well, this will be the video you need to understand everything going on with SUI, and today we'll look at 1, their impressive traction and current on-chain stats, 2, short and long-term plans that are going to attract more builders and users onto SUI, 3, some of the most interesting projects being built on SUI, 4, the SUI gaming console. I'm very excited about that. And finally, we'll look at some of the important updates that are happening in the ecosystem. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. This is an amazing project with a fantastic team who used to work at Meta and raised over $400 million from incredible investors. What they're building is a platform that's going to have a tremendous network effect, and that is very valuable. I get so excited when a team of strong builders get together to improve the industry with amazing innovation, but I know what some of you are thinking. Do we really need another layer 1? And what makes SUI different from all the other layer 1s? From the research that I've done, SUI is not your typical layer 1. And what I mean by that is SUI is building a developer platform based on the Move language that rethinks the way that smart contracts work and essentially turns APIs into smart contracts. They've essentially developed their own language specifically designed to allow developers to program assets. This might sound too technical, but it's okay. But this is the real value of such an infrastructure project. So in simple terms, SUI is working towards building the most powerful developer platform for Web3, where every developer now has the ability to offer their products and services in a new and decentralized way without having to write a smart contract or having any intermediaries. And this proposition is ultimately what has led SUI to its very impressive traction. You know me, I like me some numbers, so let's start with SUI's incredible growth. Let's pull up a chart that highlights just how fast SUI's ecosystem has been growing. So first up, we'll pull up CoinMarketCap and we'll look at SUI's price action. I want to show you guys, I just went to 1 year and I want to go to how it's been going since the beginning of the year. So we'll go to January. And look at this, guys. It was at 0.8. It was 80 cents at the beginning of this year. It's now climbing parabolic. It's at $3.39. Amazing price action. Market cap has also been growing to almost $10 billion. Incredible to watch. And I think this is just the beginning. I wanted to then show you how big the ecosystem has been getting. So we're going to move on to DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama is a fantastic tool that you can use to understand a lot of the total value locked on different chains. It's all transparent. It's all live and you can see what's going on. Obviously, the total value locked across all the chains right now is $104 billion. That is incredible. If we go here to the chains on the side, I'm going to scroll down and I'm just going to put in SUI. And we're going to see it's at $1.3 billion today. That is incredible. We started off essentially here in May of last year, May 2023. Let's get to somewhere here. So 2024, sorry, right here, January. Started off the year with a total value locked of $221 million. It has gone up exponentially, and that's because of the number of users, the number of developers, the new apps that are being deployed, number of wallets. All of that contributes to the chain. All of that contributes to the chain growing and getting more network effect and just kind of, you know, getting bigger and better. So I love looking at that. Another thing we can look at if we scroll down, I love on DeFi Llama, you can go to fees and revenues, and you can also see which projects and which apps are generating the most revenue on that chain. So we'll go to simple here. We'll scroll to the top. I'm going to change the chain again and go to SUI. So I'll just search it this time quickly. And we'll click here and we will look at SUI if it decides to work. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so now we're on SUI and we can see the top apps that are being that are performing well in terms of revenues and generating money. So if we look at Cetus is an aggregator on SUI. The last 24 hours, they've generated over $500,000 in fees. The last 30 days, in a month, they're generating $8.2 million of fees, which is exciting. A lot of amazing projects that are being built on, which we'll talk about later. So that's really exciting, and let's continue on to the video. Next up, let's look at what SUI is doing in the short and long term to attract more builders and users onto SUI. So one of the biggest challenges chains have is attracting developers to build apps on their chain. And in fact, a lot of the chains spend hundreds of millions of dollars in grants to entice the best builders to build on their chain. And as you can imagine, this is not always sustainable. And we started to see a lot of projects chain hop because they're always searching for better incentives from other chains. SUI tackled this with the core by making sure their programming language is developer friendly. Fun fact, there are only about 20 to 25,000 Web3 developers out there today. So that's like a drop in the bucket when you compare it to over 9 million developers using JavaScript, for example. So in simple terms, SUI made the developer experience their #1 priority because builders and product people just want to build cool shit. So if you streamline it and make it super user friendly for them, you'll be able to attract more developers and builders without always having to incentivize them with cash alone. Do you see what's coming? And a very cool example of this is something SUI built called ZK Login, which is a mechanism that is native to the chain, where the chain itself will verify your session with a Google or Facebook account, and then will create an account for you on chain that you can then use to trade and interact without having to create a Web3 wallet. So they've essentially figured out a way to build Web2 experiences, but with the power of Web3 in the background. And that is extremely powerful because let's face it, the industry has been suffering from terrible user experience. And these are the types of features that ultimately attract more developers to build on SUI, which is why we're seeing its adoption grow exponentially. Next up, let's look at some of the most interesting projects being built on SUI. Great, so let's look at some of the biggest apps that are being built on SUI today. We'll start off with SUI Lend. As you can imagine, it's a DeFi lending and borrowing platform. It's very, very easy to use, very user-friendly, and it's one of the biggest ones. Moving on, I want to go into Bluefin, which is essentially, it acts like a centralized exchange, but it's completely decentralized. They have some amazing leadership team who are ex-Meta, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, and great investors. So really excited about this one. Moving on, I wanted to look at Hop. I think this is a fun aggregator as well. It's like 1 inch on steroids. And here you can swap, you can do, obviously find the best trading pairs. And then what I liked about it too is you can go to the fun section here, and you can essentially create your own token very easily on SUI. You just go here, you put create coin, you can enter your token name, crypto code, enter the ticker that you want, description, put an image if you like, and there you go. You've created a coin. I guess very easy for you to create a meme coin or any project that you want and get it deployed right away onto SUI. And then here you have a little ecosystem of people that can have a look at what you're building. Found that really to be cool. Moving on, I wanted to go into Aftermath. Aftermath is another aggregator, which is pretty cool. You can stake SUI here if you wanted to and kind of earn some rewards. The validator APY right now is 2.89%. But if SUI is going to be, going up in value, that's on top of the potential increase in price is that 3%, which is pretty cool. And then Cetus was another one that I came across. It's another aggregator that you could use. Plenty of liquidity, plenty of trading options, farming, launchpad, you name it. Very, very excited about that. The last one I wanted to show is Deep Book, which is a full ecosystem. Essentially, it's a central limit order book that every major DeFi protocol is already plugged into. So from what I understood, a lot of those, so Aftermath Finance, Cetus, all of them kind of plug into this and benefit from all of that technology, which is really, really cool. So that's some of the biggest apps that are being developed on SUI in terms of DeFi as well. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about, I think it's a great gateway, is this bad boy, the SUI Play 0x1 gaming console. I mean, this thing looks like it's going to be a beast. What I love about this is that it's hardware, which is very interesting, mixing hardware with crypto and gaming. And we know how big gaming is as an industry, and that merge that's happening now with Web3. And as I discussed in a previous video, we'll put the link below where we talk about some of the biggest AAA games that are coming out in the next year, which is also very exciting. But what's nice about this, and if you go to the website and we'll scroll down a little bit, it is completely seamless with your favorite PC games. It's natively integrated with Steam, so you can essentially keep playing the games that you always love to play. But the biggest upside is in 2025, when these Web3 games start being launched, you're going to have that chance to be able to play and take the benefits of playing on chain and owning your assets, of course. So very cool, very interesting. And what I like about gaming as well is, like in my home, for example, we have a PS, we have a Nintendo Switch. So no one's really loyal to a device. Everyone's excited for different devices with different games and different publishers, which is why I'm really bullish and excited to see this device coming out. So what I understood is they've already had pre-orders of 3,000 plus units. The device is planned to ship in early 2025. Very exciting stuff. You can pre-order it now if you like, and something that I am excited to see very soon. Now let's get back to the video. So we just looked at some amazing DeFi projects being built on SUI, and something that we need to consider when building our portfolio is not only looking at the tokens of SUI as the chain itself, but also looking at the tokens of these decentralized exchanges and DeFi protocols that are being built, because these projects alone could become billion-dollar companies, right? And if you get in early at a lower valuation, there's a high probability of that really going up very fast and making a lot of returns on those kind of investments as well. Awesome. So we just looked at some massive projects being built on SUI, as well as a new gaming console that you can pre-order today and be shipped by next year. This is really exciting. I want to now talk about a program that is guaranteeing up to $200,000 to projects looking to build on SUI. Let's talk about it. Introducing the SUI Hub Global Accelerator Program, and applications to Wave 1 are now open. We recently had the inauguration and opening of SUI Hub in Dubai in Expo City, a physical hub for developers to build in beautiful Dubai. I want to show you guys this amazing program. The link is now live. We'll put it down in the bottom as well so you can apply if this is something that you want to do. But it's a very exciting program where every team that gets selected, 6 teams will get selected. They'll get up to $200,000 in investments, and there are 4 key partners that are involved that are really going to support in your growth and your building on SUI. So what you'll get funding, you'll get engineering support, you'll get token design and liquidity advisory from some of the best in the industry, market research, and community and partnership access, not just to the region here, but also globally as well. Very exciting. So these are the 4 core teams that are working together, partners that are working together to really offer this amazing program. Starting off with RAF Capital Partners. They are one of the first locally managed blockchain Web3 only private capital firms based here in Dubai, and they act as an extended version of your team and their portfolio and partners by adding value as a strategic partner and growth accelerator. They have a very impressive portfolio, which you can check out on their website, and they'll be supporting the program. If you just click here, you'll see exactly what they'll be supporting with. They'll support with fundraising, go-to-market strategy, tokenomics, marketing, partnerships and business development, and operational support. They are a fantastic partner to have and great for the program as well. And moving on to Brink. So I lead partnerships at Brink, and we are a venture accelerator that run impactful accelerator programs across several verticals, including Web3. Animoca Brands invested in us in 2021, and since then we've accelerated over 55 Web3 companies. We are so excited to be part of the SUI program, where we ourselves will also be offering a lot of support to the teams. We will be supporting with fundraising, with perks and content, and network access and partnerships and business development as well. And then finally, we have CoinList as part of this program, and they essentially CoinList essentially finds and launches the best new tokens before they even list on exchanges. They will offer their support with supporting the startups with token launch guidance and strategies, including workshops on how to launch your token in the right way. So very excited about this program. If we move down, I want to show you who can apply and who would qualify. So you need to have an MVP that's ready. You need to be committed to building on SUI, of course, and you need to be in the pre-token phase of your journey. So if all that works, the applications are now open. They will close on December 20th. The program will start on the 3rd of Feb, and the program will end during Token 2049 in Dubai at the end of April on the 28th. So if that seems like you, if that is you, or if you know someone who's building in this space and wants to take advantage of an amazing program like this, make sure you send this link to them. Let them apply now and get started, because this is honestly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Guys, this is why we love making these videos for you. Every once in a while, we are blessed with a real project that has massive potential. We want you to know about it as early as possible. SUI currently has 26 million active wallets, and they predict to have over 120 million active wallets by next year. So with that in mind, I have a very high conviction that we may see a 5 to 10x in SUI over the next 12 to 18 months. And if you made it this far in the video, then thank you. Please smash that like and subscribe button. It really helps and motivates us to continue making content like this. We really want to give you as much value as possible. We launched our flagship ecosystem product, ICN.live. It's a brand new and fresh Web3 news platform where you'll find articles in gaming, AI, blockchain, and of course, Bitcoin. And if you're interested in receiving great insights and market updates straight to your email, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. You can find all the links in the description below. See you next week.